Perfect. There we go. So again, what we were talking about, symmetrical map, lots of opportunity for open water at A. Hard push down C is very common, and fighting over B. We're going to see how that works with Painzor and SeaRaptor right now.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Warshippers of all ages. It is game 2 of this first of 2 semifinal matches here today. We're taking a look again at Penta in the green here, spawning, ironically, on the north side of North. Bringing Ohio, incomparable, Moskva, Nevsky, and Petro, lots of 12-kilometer radar. And sticking with that 4-destroyer lineup, Daring, Kleber, Marceau, and Harugamo. What W&D got cooking, Painzor?
W&D here on the southern spawn. I've got a Montana, Ohio, Des Moines, Napoli, Moskva, Alexander Nevsky, Marceau, Harugamo, and a Ragnar. Nice little Ragnar. We haven't been seeing too many of those. It's feeling left out.
All this Harugamo spam the last couple of rounds seems to have sort of overtaken Ragnar.
Yeah, the reason we're seeing so much Harugamo spam is, again, it's the fact that we banned gearing, so everybody's kind of like pigeonholed into this Harugamo, and honestly, I'm not sure that that's like
now
that big of a deal breaker. Like,
yeah.
Oh no, we have to bring Haru. We get more DPM.
Yeah. Now we can't spend a ton of time idling here because have a look at Penta's early deployment as you have almost all of these destroyers speed boosting here towards the A cap, backed up by Kinemon's Nevsky and Snackman's Incomparable.
Early blind fire there from the Montana.
Yes, some blind fire there. Nobody's been spotted yet. And I don't think they have any, there's no radar bubbles for them to wander into. We've seen people try early Stalingrad radar, right, to try and pick up this sort of a move, but nothing doing. Now they are keeping Vile back a bit, and I have to wonder if Dog is running
the legendary.
Nope, that's a traditional Kleber. He's not running the legendary, so he's just as detectable as you would expect. What is it, around 7 and change, I think?
Kleber's like 8.6-ish.
Oh, is it that high?
It's quite bad. Marceau is 7.
Well, Marceau and Kleber, they're getting spotted across A, although the Penta ships, there's a lot more of them than there are of this Marceau.
Yeah, when you run into a wall of like the entire enemy fleet, this is like, oh, that's a lot of damage going down on that Marceau. This might be a noob team, no support moment, I think. You know what I mean? Like, if that's been me and my destroyer. I've walked around a corner and the entire enemy team is just, why are you all over here? Where's all my health gone?
He does manage to get away, but holy cow, did he take a ton of damage.
Yeah, he's not going to be enjoying that. He's going to limp away 4,700 HP. He needs to play mega cautiously for the rest of the game. He does like match spotting with the enemy Marceau. I think he gets outspotted by the Harugamo. The Daring will definitely outspot him as well. He has to play super passive. You go to the 10 line, you stay out the battle. You are floating points. Do not come back.
Now, Blood Legends Petro took a decent chunk there, getting up into this island position. This is a very strong position. Of course, he's going to be able to cover both the A and the B caps with his radar, and then have shots looking out here to the southwest side of the map on, well, pretty much whoever's out there.
That's his radar going out now. We'll be picking up the Moskva. We'll also find the location of this Ragnar, who is trying to reverse his way in the B cap. Will not be picking up that critically low Marceau that we were just talking about, though.
I think they wanted to find this Marceau to try and convert that kill, but it's not going to happen. As Moskva radar coming in now.
Yeah, counter radar coming out. Farming is going down on him, though, from the Marceau of helicopter. Start raiding down that. Like, this is a lot of forces committed. All right, we've seen this in a couple of games in a row. Penta heavily committing to the A side of the map.
Yeah, nothing at sea. Not a single ship. In fact, there's almost not a single ship on the entire eastern half of the map. The only things they have on the other side of the 5 line are the Ohio and the Moskva, and they're both sitting. I mean, the Moskva's obvious. That's Int'l obviously covering B, and the Ohio's Angelstone. His guns are already looking that way as well, so they literally do not care about C.
No, they also don't really care that much about taking B because they're going to have the point-taking advantage over here. They've been taking A for quite a while now. As long as they can hold the enemies out of A, it doesn't matter if they get, the C cap, which they still haven't done yet, by the way. But this is like a lot faster reaction than we've seen previously to teams realizing, hey, Penta sent nothing to this side. We should probably start moving.
They smoked Kinemon's Nevsky a little closer to the A cap here. I almost wonder if this is maybe a little unnecessary, but I think they're trying to make sure. Oh, Angelstone. What just happened there? I looked over and he took a huge hit from somebody.
That could only have really been FaZe's Ohio?
Must have been.
Unless the Montana got a
salvo. No, not
from
FaZe.
that.
I think the Montana hit him. I think he came up on the wrong end of a salvo from Alive and drives Montana back there. It's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Well, he's shooting again, so I think, yeah, he's looking in this general direction.
Well, and he's got his spotter up back there, so he was working on the range. Angelstone now actually a bit caught because the W&D ships that had pushed up the 9-10 line starting to take him under fire. And FaZe's Ohio, Lottie, he coming over there too. He's probably going to grab the C cap or at least make a play for it.
So you were saying earlier about not agreeing with Kinemod's Nevsky push. I think they need to. They need to force some space now because otherwise they're going to get completely surrounded. So they need to force down here with this incomparable Nevsky, try and get something done to this Montana Haragumo Nevsky just to force them back a bit so they're not completely trapped in a crossfire.
Well, and they need to get Snackman some breathing room too. He just took another 18K right there. He's got a heel ticking. He's got 2 more past it, but he needs a breather.
This is the difference between Incomparable and the Vincent. You know, it's not just a quick hot swap. Like Incomparable, slightly squishier.
Yeah, both Penta battleships now looking pretty rough, and now the Incomparable's healing, and so is Angelstone back here. But Angel's got a lot more ships shooting at him right now than Snackman does.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what they're going to do with Anlai Tung, who appears to be pushing forward now. Is he going to send him into B cap, or is he just... They need to do something with that. But I think he wanted to, and then he realized, actually, we don't know where
they have brought back Shriver's Daring to cap B. He's caught under Jedi's Moskva radar back there, but there's no one to shoot at the Daring at the moment. So he's probably still going to be able to grab this cap. I don't think they have anybody who can be able to reset him. They're too busy focused on getting this kill on Angelstone.
Yeah, there's a lot of focus fire coming in. We have currently Napoli raining down, Des Moines, Ohio. I think the Ragnar is trying to get involved as well. Angelstone doesn't have another heal for another 15 seconds. He might be able to get this off. He's not going to be setting fire.
No, I think he's going to get to the heal. That'll give him some sustainability. He'll stay in the game a little longer. He's got his stern turrets going out at Rush Comes as Des Moines right here.
Well, that's the joy of Overmatch. Could have been worse. Could have been better. Marceau decides, you know what, I'm going to, Napoli's focused on the Ohio, I'm going to just start farming this Napoli, try and get something done, get some fires going maybe. It turns out that Napoli just refuses to take damage sometimes. It's like a brick.
Angelstone taking a heal, but hanging on around 7,500 hit points here, retreating up along the C line.
1 fire burning on him currently. Heal 10 seconds left on it. Another fire, and he's probably going to go down here. No damage.
Yeah, his DCP is 45 seconds away. If they can grab another fire, that's pretty much guaranteed dead. That doesn't even take that long. The Ohio reaches out, and the AP takes care of him as W&D grabs first blood this game with a very aggressive push through the C-cap.
Back over on the 1 line, we have a bit of Haragu and Nevsky action going on. Both Nevskys currently radaring each other, and looks like there's no battleship salvos incoming. Oh, the Snackman salvos coming in.
Snackman just took a snapshot at the opposing Nevsky down there.
Shells coming in. Still, these are such long duration flight times,
Yeah.
Didn't really get much on them. That is the curse of long duration shell. Long travel time on your shells.
Yes, as Zath likes to say, those shells had an in-flight meal.
I didn't get in-flight meals on my trip.
Now, for the moment, it's still a Penta advantage, right? They own 2 caps. They're up about 100 points, but they are down a ship. And so I'm going to be curious to see how they respond to this because they're getting heavily pushed here from the C cap, and W&D starting to reorganize here to make a play for B.
Yeah, and it's going to be quite difficult for them to hold back this entire push with just the Marceau and Daring on that. The Moskva's not really in a position to get his front guns going. The Petropavlovsk only has his red turret as well. They need to... I think they need to push the Petro and Moskva forward somehow, but you have this Des Moines who's making the break for the channel, and also the Ragnar going for the behind, and also the Ohio going behind.
Yeah, if I'm Blood Legend and Anleitung, this Ohio's position is of extreme concern to me. And
so is the Des Moines.
And that as well. And I don't think they have a good answer for it because looks like Rush is going to take a bit of a pause here and wait for the Ohio to get into position. But FaZe is not slowing down. They are absolutely going to hammer and anvil Anleitung's Moskva here out of existence in just moments.
Anlai knows the Des Moines is here, but his guns are still focused on where the Marceau is. I think he's waiting for the radar to come out, try and get something done to that.
Marceau is lit, but I think his guns are, I think the velocity of the shells won't allow him to get shells over the island. Here we go. There comes the Ohio.
Haragumo killing the Nevsky over there on the 1 line as well.
2 good full pins right into the stern, and there he goes.
That's a dead Anleitung. However, they did trade that for the Nevsky over on the 1 line here, like we were mentioning. Now we have Haragumo Nevsky versus a single Haragumo, but he's going to kite over at the corner of the map. He's going to say, I'm not going to be spotted for the rest of this game. See you later. Bye. B-cap
is wide open for W&D to get in there now. It feels like they're bringing Snackman back to try and maybe impact this a bit, but man, if I'm an incomparable, I don't want to get into a fight with an Ohio.
Well, you don't have to get in a fight with it. You just get to shoot its full broadside. Let's see what happens here.
He just took that shot. He got a decent hit, about 10K there. The Ohio salvo coming in return. Not that amazing. A little bit of chip damage there on both ships.
So if they manage to take this cap, I think that will put them into the lead. There's still 10 minutes left on the game.
They're going to take this cap.
Yeah. So yeah, we see 6 minutes 30 left on the game clock for PTA to make something happen before WND takes it out. Thank you, Malta and guys. You've got me saying it now.
Yep. So again, Penta down a ship, down a cap now. How about a 150-point lead as we cross the halfway mark of the game? But under a tremendous amount of pressure here. WD swinging up through the C cap and then now moving west from that position. Really doing a great job of picking off some of these ships, and I think Blood Legend is going to be next.
He is. I don't see a way for. I don't see it. Well, he can go forwards, but I'm not sure what'll happen if he does that. There's a Des Moines waiting for him. So I think he's just going to try and. I think he's going to work on this Ragnar. Yeah, Ragnar's spotted in the open here. We have Marceau on it. We have Daring on it as well. I think the Parapals getting involved. They might be able to try and pick up this Ragnar. That's a likely possibility for a kill here.
Oh, they do. They do indeed.
Oh.
Snackman's incomparable shot seals that deal, and Penta bags a kill they very badly needed.
All right, that's not enough to swing it just yet. There is still a 30-second time advantage, shall we say? That's the easiest way of describing this for WND. Penta do need another kill or to step on some caps for a while to block points. Napoli being forced back away by this wall of DDs as well, but there is still an impenetrable force that you need to somehow get through. This Marceau not going down at the start of the game, having 3,000 health, he is floating points. Him not being dead is the difference between who's leading currently.
I got to say, one of the things that I'm seeing that surprises me a little bit is the fact that Alive and Dry's Montana is continuing to kind of retreat back to the east. It feels to me that maybe, they should be trying to kind of push back to the west a bit. I mean, that's where they're going to need these guns.
Haraguma tops towards his Alexander Nevsky and Haraguma combination could be quite dangerous. Kinemod takes one torpedo in his Nevsky. He's not going to be taking a second one of those. Honestly, I thought Haraguma tops hurt more than that, but apparently not, no. Well, Moscow Salvo also didn't quite hurt as much as I expected it to either. Kinemod getting away with murder there. Being smoked up now, going to be pushing forward, going to try and get something going and see if we get some radar spotting on one of these destroyers, but they're all just out of range. Shell's still coming in towards them. Montana and Moskva all raining down into this.
Rush and Fazy going for another hammer and anvil attack here, trying to finish off Blood Legend. Rush is definitely taking his fair share of damage, but they do bag the Petro and get him off the board to go back up a kill.
There's still torpedoes coming towards the Des Moines. This could be a risky.
Yeah, he's got his Hydro up. He's going to take at least two of those. Oh, they're going to get him. CEO of Dog with a brilliant torpedo salvo, covering his teammate, making them pay for that kill.
There's a potential for him to go around with the rest of his torpedoes on this Ohio at some point. Fazy's kind of exposed here now.
I mean, if he had more health, I'd be more confident in his ability to make that charge. I'm not convinced he could survive it.
Radar comes out from the Moskva. We'll be locating this Kleber, so Fazy at least knows where he is. This is so close. This is getting close.
Yeah, I mean, oh, what a good hit on the Ohio AP on Sriver. How much he's got? Okay, he's got heals left. He can recover some of that. But goodness, that hurts.
Ouch.
Now, No Name's Napoli, unfortunately, that's a pick target for them if they can get it. He's out of heals, having to pull back on 10,000 HP.
Right, okay, so, Penta, what do you do if you're Penta right now? How do you rearrange your ships to try and make something happen?
Man, that's a tough call. I mean, you've got to try and... they need to bag kills. I think if I'm Penta right now, I'm looking at it going, C is done. I'm not likely to get back into B. I'm going to have to bag kills if I want to carry this across the finish line. So I need to start picking out targets and focusing them out.
It looks like the chosen target right now is to try and use the DPM of this Haragumo and Alexander Nevsky. This Alexander Nevsky no longer contested by an opposing Nevsky, should have free reign on the bow of this Moskva. It just depends on whether they can keep him lit. I think they have the positioning of the Daring of SeaRaptor that we just mentioned.
Oh, watch the incomparable cells. Snackman's got a salvo coming in on Jedi here. I'm pretty sure that's where these shells are going. Yep, they've pushed the Moskva back.
Ohio.
Oh.
Nope.
Battleship Dispersion says no.
Well, he's going to be getting himself around this corner now, but he is going to be still spotted by Shriver's Daring, so they're still raining it down with the Nevsky. They'll still get another incomparable... Oh, never mind. They won't get another incomparable salvo down.
That was the thing, yep. Snackman had to reveal his position to take that shot. The Ohio punishes him, and there's the lead change now. W&D out to their first lead of the game with 6 minutes to play.
Helicopter.
Oh! The Incomparable's final salvo hits Jedi like a train. He manages to hang in there, though.
Well, there's still Marceau shells from helicopter going to land. If he gets a fire here, that'll be... No, it won't be stick. He's got the damage control ready in 1 second.
DCP has just come back. In fact, the Kleber AP's coming in for him now. They are going to get him.
Dog with a snipe.
That's a big kill. Again, Penta's road to victory, I think, depends on picking off surviving ships.
Well, it has to be. Can CEO of Dog dodge right now? He has Haraguma shells coming in at him. He's got Montana and Ohio shells as well. I think he's managed to dodge the majority.
Yeah,
of
it doesn't looks like he's going to get away with that little cheeky little pick on the Moskva.
Right. No, but the thing is, to do that, you've given up your incomparable. How do you get another kill now? You have Shriver in his daring, potentially looking for a pick onto the Marceau. It looks like Helicopter is going to join in on this as well. But there is an Ohio sitting there waiting.
Yeah, that's tough, right? I mean, the Marceau is a potential pick. You outspot him, so you can potentially control that engagement, but he's got more friends nearby than you do.
2 minutes 30 left on the game clock for WND to win here. It looks like Helicopter's decided, I'm going to take some pot shots at the Ohio, maybe try to whittle him down. Fizzy still has 2 heals yet, so he's definitely not going to be the intended focus fire here. Haragumo of Takbir, is going to be using his last smoke screen to try and mask up this cap. There is no radar available for Penta anymore. Actually, there is. There's a Nevsky right there. Is he going to be able to get into a position to do something with that, though? Haragumo smoke screen comes in from Vile. Get him
kind of a ways off. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. He is popping a radar on the edge. They do catch Sabir. The Marceau is caught out briefly. You see there, Shriver trying to pick up a kill, taking some more damage. He is out of heals finally.
483 HP and Beach.
Oh, man. The Marceau barely alive. Shriver also barely alive.
Well, there's an Napoli salvo still coming in for him and doesn't quite catch him. Okay, that's a whole thing ready and waiting to happen. Shriver versus the Marceau. That could be a pick at any second.
4 minutes to play. 90 seconds on the timer. Again, the lead is closing here. W&D about to catch up on points. Both teams about to go over 900 points. And again, as we've mentioned before, that is very much the danger zone where a single kill at the wrong time can flip the score.
If FaZe goes out through this channel, though, they should be able to get the Helicopter's Marceau to step on the cap and at least block the points a little bit and give them a little bit more time. This is getting very much down to the wire, though.
It does seem to be the plan. They're bringing Helicopter in because they're pulling FaZe off the B cap completely. I think they feel like they have to back away from the Marceau's torpedoes just to make sure they don't lose the ship.
Yeah, I think they need to force Vile forward and just be like, all right, we're going to use you as a face spotting mechanism right now. Go find something, try and get a kill onto something. We need to get Helicopter into the B cap to try and block points. We got Shriver trying to single fire torpedo literally anything. He's like, I'm going to throw torps over there. If they catch something great, it wins the game.
W&D's win condition now is stay alive and hold the caps for 35 seconds, and they'll win the game. Ohio's gone on his last heal there. That's FaZe. So he should be able to hang tough in here and survive. I think even 1 or maybe even 2 of these torpedoes probably wouldn't be enough to put him out of the game here with 20 seconds to go.
Yeah, I mean, he'll catch one of them. The DPM is opening up now. Here comes the return fire
Helicopter.
from the Ohio.
They're going to try. They've realized they've got to make a hit here. That last torpedo goes right under his stern. 12 seconds. They've got to bag a kill, and I just don't think they're going to get there. FaZe's got too much health.
They didn't quite get the kill on the Marceau. 400. This is the strength of keeping your destroyers alive. That destroyer not dying 2 times in a row. The 5,000 health in the initial engagement, and then this 400 health right at the end there. Points just narrowly edging it out.
That was an amazing game. Solid win there by W&D, forcing a game 3. We picked well today. We will get a game 3, whether we want one or not. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, let's throw it back to the boys in the studio.